In the sprawling, richly detailed world of Final Fantasy VI, few characters stand out as memorably as Kefka Lazo. Whether it's his garish appearance, his unhinged laughter, or his shocking rise to godhood, Kefka's presence leaves a lasting mark on players. But beyond the chaos and the flamboyance lies one of the most compellingly twisted villains in gaming history. What drives this maniacal clown to burn the world to ashes? Well, let's dissect Kefka's backstory, motivations, and psyche to uncover what truly makes him tick. Kefka wasn't always a cackling madman. His descent into insanity began as an experiment gone horribly wrong. In his youth, Kefka was an ambitious officer of the Gastalian Empire, chosen as the first test subject for the Magitech infusion process, a procedure designed to artificially imbue humans with magical abilities by infusing them with the essence of espers. Unfortunately, the technology was in its infancy, and the procedure shattered Kefka's mind. The result was catastrophic. His mental stability crumbled, leaving him a chaotic, emotionally stunted husk of his former self. This trauma set the stage for the nihilistic monster he would become. The tragedy of Kefka's origins lies in its irony. The same experiment that elevated him to power also broke him irreparably. Unlike later subjects like Celeste, who emerged from the Magitech infusion relatively intact, Kefka became a walking testament to the dangers of unchecked ambition and unethical experimentation. This sense of betrayal by his own empire likely seeded his hatred for authority and the world itself. Kefka's core philosophy can be summed up in one chilling word: nihilism. He believes in nothing, cares for no one, and seeks only to dismantle the world around him. His contempt for humanity and existence itself is palpable in his dialogue and actions. One of his most infamous lines, "Life, dreams, hope, where do they come from and where do they go? Such meaningless things. I'll destroy them all," encapsulates his worldview. To Kefka, life is a cruel joke, and he is the punchline. This worldview isn't born out of a desire for revenge or even personal gain, but from a deeply ingrained belief that existence is simply meaningless. This makes him one of the rare villains who doesn't seek power for the sake of ruling over others, or to be worshipped, or even feared. Instead, he craves power as a tool to annihilate everything, to bring the world's supposed absurdity to its logical conclusion. This sets him apart from any other antagonist in the Final Fantasy series, and a lot of antagonists, period, who often have more tangible motivations like vengeance or a misguided sense of justice or the pursuit of a utopia. One of Kefka's most shocking achievements is his success. Unlike many villains, he actually gets what he wants. At the midpoint of Final Fantasy VI, Kefka ascends to godhood by betraying Emperor Gastal and seizing power of the Warring Triad, the divine forces that maintain the balance of magic in the world. He upends the natural order, plunging the world into ruin and reshaping it into his personal playground of despair. This elevates Kefka from a court jester with a penchant for cruelty to a genuine cosmic threat. It's rare for a villain to successfully execute their grand plan, and Kefka's triumph makes him a uniquely terrifying figure. The world of Final Fantasy VI spends its latter half grappling with the aftermath of his victory, with the heroes fighting not just to stop him, but to salvage what remains of their shattered world. Kefka's outward persona is a bizarre cocktail of clownish humor and bone-chilling malice. His flamboyant clothing, exaggerated mannerisms, and maniacal laughter make him seem almost cartoonish at first glance. He delivers quips and tantrums with theatrical flair, often serving as comic relief in the game's early chapters. However, this veneer of levity hides a deeply sinister core. As the story progresses, the humor gives way to horror. Kefka's casual cruelty, like poisoning the water supply of Doma, murdering espers for sport, and incinerating entire cities, shows that his laughter masks a sadistic appetite for destruction. This juxtaposition between comedy and horror make Kefka an unsettling presence. Players never know whether to laugh at his antics or recoil in fear and disgust, which only adds to his unpredictability. And unpredictable, yes, but also very simple. And it's his one-track mind and simplicity that makes him truly terrifying as a character. At his core, Kefka is driven by a toxic blend of trauma, power, and a warped sense of liberation. The magic tech experiment left him broken, stripping him of any empathy or moral compass. His psychological void was filled by an insatiable thirst for destruction and an unrelenting desire to prove that existence itself is meaningless. Kefka's actions suggest that his ultimate goal isn't just to destroy the world, but to validate his own nihilistic beliefs. By reducing everything to ashes, he asserts control over a universe that he perceives as chaotic and purposeless. In a twisted way, his rampage is an act of self-expression, a way to impose his personal truth on the world. Kefka remains a fan favorite villain because he defies convention. He isn't a tragic anti-hero or a misguided idealist. He's a pure agent of chaos, driven by madness and nihilism. His unpredictability, his theatrical personality, and his shocking successes make him a character who commands attention. He's both a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and a darkly fascinating exploration of what happens when someone fully embraces destruction. In the end, what makes Kefka tick is the same thing that makes him terrifying: a mind unmoored from reality, a heart devoid of compassion, and a soul consumed by the desire to watch the world burn. And as players face him in the game's climactic final battle, it becomes clear that defeating him isn't just about saving the world, it's about proving that hope and love and life itself can endure even in the face of utter nihilism. Alright, thank you all for watching, and if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'm always pumping out, game retrospectives and character deep dives. Speaking of which, my last one was Sephiroth, so you tell me. Who is the better villain, Kefka or Sephiroth? And which is your personal favorite? And you know what? While you're in there, give me some good ideas for another character deep dive. It can be a bad guy, good guy, hero, villain, side character. It doesn't matter. Just let me know in the comments, and thank you again for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.